is Linda, Canada Express Entry Class Captain, Japa Evangelist, and everything else. Okay, so this video is about the Catholic school thing. And that has been one of the frequently asked questions I've been getting. So about that, while we're in Nigeria, we had been researching about schools. We have been getting different like opinions about the school system here. We know that school is free. Well, it's not that free. I will explain in a bit. But we just wanted the best for our children, and we know that the first world countries are a bit freer in some things than we are as Nigerians. So most Nigerians opt for Catholic schools because it still helps us train our children according to religion. They still pray, they do all the other things, unlike the normal public school, where I hear that they tell them that they're entitled to any kind of religion, including Satanism. I cannot confirm this, but this is what I was told by someone, and that's what even made me to say, okay, maybe that means it's Catholic school for me, because before I was indifferent. I was like, for goodness sake, it's still the same educational system. School is school. I'm not about to start putting myself through the hassle of going to go and get my kids baptized and going through all that process. Is it not school? Until a lady I was speaking to, I met her through a WhatsApp group. Then she now started telling me stuff about someone that she knows, that when she heard that, okay, she could practice any religion, including Satanism, and like the daughter started behaving in, like she just started behaving some kind of way that was very strange, like drawing her eyes black, just a lot of strange behaviors. So I asked, really? Okay, oh, Catholic school. That's when I now started putting fire on my husband's bum to look for how we can get our children baptized, because before it was just like a conversation. Because for you to attend a Catholic school here, you have to be Catholic, either parents or children. And many of us really are not Catholics, but because we want our children to be to attend Catholic school, we have to look for how to get them baptized. There is no shortcut to it. You just have to get your children baptized. So my husband began asking his network about the whole process, of getting the kids baptized. Someone introduced him to a priest. He went to see the priest. He got all the prerequisites for the baptism. An example is, on the day of the baptism, we should come at a certain time so we can join the morning mass. After the morning mass, that's when the baptism will take place. The kids have to be dressed in all white. We have to bring a pack of white candles. What else? I think those were the two requirements, like basic requirements. So we went there on that day. That was just like a week before we're going to be leaving. A week or two. I haven't forgotten, but that day where the marathon, the latest marathon held in Lagos, that everywhere was so blocked. If you see the suffer we suffered that day. So we did not even know that there was going to be a marathon. If we would have moved it, to another weekend, we would have just gone to go and do it during the week. So we got there to find the place. It was somewhere in Lagos Island. We had to drive into the place. We got there, did the mass. After mass, it was not time for baptism. They went through the whole baptismal process, because we had explained to the priest how urgent it was. My husband told even went, I think the day before, to go and like speak to him to try to ensure that the baptismal card or certificate is ready. So that day we went there, we did everything, and then afterwards they now give us our cards, prayed for us for our journey, and then off we went and entered BC. Our car started heating up in the hold up. It was just a lot of drama. The children were uncomfortable and all that. So when we now got here, everybody says the school is free, schools are free. They're not that free. You have to pay some money. But the money is peanuts compared to what maybe you were paying in Nigeria, or compare, like if your children are attending all these expensive private schools in Nigeria, or it's also peanuts compared to what you might have paid in a private school. So we when we got here, we had to Google the Catholic school board, because it's different from the normal school board. So when you get to your province of choice, you have to Google the Catholic school board. And then we got a number which we called for like to find out what we needed to do. So they now asked us about our house, and they now gave us the number of this thing, a place called the reception or something like that. Let me just type it as I'm speaking with you. The reception. Um. So they gave us the number. Let me just break down the process. I can look at for that information later and put it in the and put it in the description box, so that I don't make this video longer than it has to be. And because it was my husband that was handling that whole process, so it was not really me. So I don't really have the like first-hand knowledge, but I can tell you because of course he was asking me for stuff. And then we called them and they told us that okay, we needed to book an appointment. We booked an appointment, but he told us that before we come for the appointment, we have to send them some documents. Number one, our house, our lease agreement, that will be proof of okay, this is where we are living. That we're living in the quadrant, that is northwest quadrant of Calgary. Then number two, we had to send, number two was birth certificate for the children. Number three was baptismal certificate, that baptismal certificate I talked about earlier. Number four was they asked for the children's results, but just my first son's own I had, and because that was because I could download it from like his school's websites. So I quickly downloaded that one, and then we told them we did not have for the rest. What else did they ask us of? They asked for our COPR, the children's COPR, and our own COPR as parents. So we sent all these documents to them. And then on the day of our appointment, we got them. So the seamless process. Before we got there, they had already brought out their files, arranged all the documentation. We had to fill some forms. They had to ask us some questions. She filled some forms by herself, just told us where to sign. Do the children have allergies? All those standard questions, basically. Asked what classes they were in Nigeria, their ages, so that they will know where to put them. Well, it was just standard question. And then they started asking the children questions. What did you like to do? What was your favorite subject in Nigeria? What did you like to do in school with your friends? All those just standard questions that really, and it's no biggie. It's not something that your children really need to go and start like reading for. So the kids answered the questions as best as they could. And then she now told us the school that we'll be going to, which is just 2 minutes drive from my house and a 10-minute walk. We asked about school bus. They said since the school is in very close proximity, there will be no school bus. They told us that they were expecting us the next day, so the kids could go and start school the next day. So basically, the kids started school like 1 week into when we landed. So we told her that no, we don't want them to start the next day because we needed time to basically buy them some things to start school. So we told her the day that we'll go to the school, so that she should communicate with the school, which she did. And then that day we just said, let's just go and drive by and see the school, So we went to the school. We did a school tour. They gave us a tour for the school. I didn't go for the tour of the school because I was on the phone with some government officials that were calling to find out if we had COVID-19 symptoms. They're calling to find out about my son, one of my sons. And then when I asked them, why is it only that son they're asking of, they said because that's what she's assigned to do, which meant I would have been receiving like multiple calls from other people just ask us the same questions. That process was not that efficient as far as I'm concerned. So I was just there answering all the questions. When I would answer the question, the lady would now be like, yeah, what did you say? Pardon? I'll repeat myself. So she now said, do you speak English? I said, yes, I speak English. Apparently, you're the one that is either not hearing or you're the one that is not speaking clearly enough. Because sometimes I'll have to ask her, what are you saying? So that you're the one that is also not speaking clearly enough, because that's the only language I understand. I don't understand any other language, you know. Then that was the last time she asked me that question, because I felt it was very insulting. So I just was unable to go for the school tour with my family. Then when they came back from the school tour, they now gave us a list of items that we have to like go and shop for the children, and like things that they needed to bring to school on the first day of school. Told us the time that they were expecting them, so we had to started from Dollarama, then went to Walmart, then some things we did not find, we went to Staples. Staples is somewhere that if you have anything like Doculand, if you live in Lagos, like Doculand in Lagos, anything that has to do with documentation, photocopying, printing, lamination. They also sell computer accessories there. They sell notebooks, like writing materials, basically stationery. So after that, we went home. Basically went to just go and prepare them for school. Then it was still snowing, so we're looking for snow pants for them, because they will always go out to go and play. That what we hear, that in school they had to go out every day to go and play, and you cannot just say no, you're not going out to go and play. You have to join everybody to go and play. So we're looking for snow pants. We're only able to get snow pants for my last. We could not get for the other ones because it was not really the season, so they had either sold out or they had removed them. After that was pretty it about the school. So basically that's why people prefer the Catholic school. That's why Nigerians prefer. They are whites, but most blacks that you see in the Catholic school are Nigerians, like Nigerians. Because I even asked my children, they said they're all Nigerians. Any black that is in their class is a Nigerian. About the fees are not, I don't remember the exact figure we paid now, but it was not supposed to be about it was supposed to be about 100 and something, but it became 200 and something because it was prorated for us because of the time that we're starting. We just came. We're not starting from the beginning of the session. And then secondly, we also had to pay for the yearbook, which was about 50 something dollars, if I remember correctly. So that's what we paid for them to. It was not. I think that's the total fee I even paid for. It was the yearbook was 50 something dollars times 3. Then the other ones were like 50 something dollars, like 300 and something, give or take. It's not decent. So that's why I said that the cost is negligible. But I hear that at the beginning of the session is way higher, but it's still not going to be the same thing that you pay if you're in Nigeria, but it's not as free is. And then of course, if you're going to be using school bus too, your fees will also increase by like some amount. But because our house is very close, no need for school bus. Right now, the kids they even walk to school by themselves. Like my first two, they walk to school by themselves. Except they're tired, they'll just say, "Mommy, please, can you go and drop me?" And then their dad will go and drop them. So they walk to school by themselves. Just the last that the other one is, "Mommy, I'm tired." As old as he is, he does not want to walk. But we told him, come September, you'll be in grade 1. So you have to join your brothers in walking to school, except maybe in the snow. Because at some point, Daddy will go back to Nigeria, Mommy will start work. like going to the office. So how are we going to manage it? So that's it about the Catholics. That's it about the Catholic school. It's not really a big deal. You can like, and then different people. Another thing I want to say is that different people have different experiences. Because a friend of my husband was saying that when his children were in the public school, he felt as if they were getting more, they were getting more care, and they were learning more, and the teachers were more hands-on. Like, teachers will call you their mobile number to tell you about stuff, check on the children, all those things. But in Catholic schools, you'll not be even given access to the teacher's number. It's just by email. So you have an urgent question to ask them. There's really nobody that you can ask, which is true, because since we came, it's just email communication, and it's not all the times. When they want to send us messages, then we reply or something. But I know that if you want to reach your children perhaps, or if you're running late, which they really don't like, one time we ran late, and then we called in that we were running late because we went to somewhere else and it was quite far, coming back. So we called them that they should just keep them for about 10 minutes. They told the kids there to allow them for now, but they'll never allow it again, because their closing time is their closing time. They're very, at least my kids' school, they are very strict on it, because if they start doing that, other parents will also find an excuse not to pick up their kids early. So they frown against that. Then my son, because once he was not feeling well, he was throwing up. He went to the office. You can call your parents from the office, then they will just call and say, you see the call will appear on your screen. I didn't save it, but it always was. So I don't know how it does that. It appears on my screen and says, oh, their school. And I pick it up, and like the school name, not like my kid's name, like the school's name is calling you. And then it was my son that was telling me that, Mommy, can you come and pick me? I'm really, really tired. I've been throwing up. And then I had to run and go and pick him. So basically, it's just straightforward. There's really no there's really no big deal. So make your research and know what kind of school you want your kids to be in. For us, we chose the Catholic school, and then you could see them when they come, they'll do when they want to eat. And my mind are like, what they are not used to in Nigeria. So that's the gist about the Catholic school. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask, and I would find time to do a video for you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.